new here, hello, my name is Erica. It's so good to have you. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm super excited. Today's video is going to be all about my not so new, kind of new hybrid training approach that I've been doing for the last like 4-ish months. So we're gonna get into like what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, what my goals are, all that stuff in this video. But first, we have a leg day, so let's head to the gym. Before we go, we've always got to make our pre-workout. I take creatine every single day, and then when I work out, I take high volume from PEScience. It's caffeine free, and this is my pre-workout or intra-workout stack. If you guys do want to shop from PEScience, you can use code Erica, and it does save you some cash. Okay, so this week is my first week of my new block, and so my sets are lower than normal. I'm also doing higher volume than I used to, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try this weight and see how it feels. We're gonna go up in weight. All right, now we've got some dumbbell RDLs. I have a set of 12 and then a set of 10. Haven't had these in a while. Ooh, these feel good. All right, now the brutal stuff starts. I have a set of 20 and then a set of 15 hip thrusts, so pray for me. Oh my God. 5 more. Okay, so the hamstring curl machine is currently broken, so we're just gonna do GHR instead. Definitely can't do 20, but we'll do however many we can. So let's talk a little bit about why I decided to switch my training style into a hybrid training style. And first of all, what is hybrid training? It has different definitions based off of who you're talking to, but basically we're just talking about combining different forms of exercise together. So running, swimming, biking, or running, weightlifting. You get the point. Combining multiple forms of exercise and training in multiple disciplines at the same time. So for me, I used to only resistance train. That was my main form of exercise. I would go for walks, but no other form of exercise was a priority to me. I was only in the gym. That was my main thing. And while I did enjoy the gym, I loved it. I was really into training for powerlifting, which we'll get into later. I'm still interested in competing at some point, but I've talked about it before. I just came to a point where I really didn't feel athletic, and I never really saw myself as someone who was good at cardio or good at things that required cardiovascular endurance. And shocker, it's because I never really did anything to condition my body to be good at it, but I used that almost as an excuse to not even try it in the first place. And if you get anything from this video, please let it be this. Don't just write something off purely on the basis that you feel like you suck at it or you're not good at it or you'll never be good at it, because you won't know until you try and you put the effort in and you get uncomfortable, which is what I had to do when I started running. I saw a lot of different people kind of training in the hybrid approach, and it motivated me to get uncomfortable and do something that was going to, force me to step out of my comfort zone. With training, I was in a very comfortable place for many years at that point, and I just didn't feel challenged. I didn't really feel athletic, even though I was strong and I was able to move well in the gym. I wasn't excited in the way that I wanted to be and challenged in the way that I wanted to be, and I wasn't feeling fit and healthy and athletic in the way that I wanted to. So I took measures into my own hands and I started running, and that is where my hybrid training approach stemmed from. I'm currently on a walk, not a run, because I have my very first 10-kilometer race this Sunday. It is currently Thursday, so I have a few days to rest up and recover before my actual race this weekend. I'm really excited for it. If you didn't watch my last video, then you would not have seen me do my very first 10K, which was actually super easy and super fun. 1K down, 2K down, 3K done, 4K done, 5K complete, 6K done, 7K done, 8K done, 9K done. I finished my 10K in exactly an hour, and I was kind of shocked at how well I did. But I wanted to run that 10K. It was in my 10K program to do it on week 8 of my training program, just to test the waters and see if I could actually run it, which I could. So I felt really good. And now this week I ran 2 easy runs. Now I'm resting. I won't have run for 4 days on Sunday when I have my race. So I'm taking this taper really seriously. I'm super excited to challenge myself and see how it goes. But I just wanted to highlight that I've been doing this 10K program for the last 10 weeks. It's been phenomenal. And now it's finally time to test how all my hard work is going to pay off on Sunday for my 10K. But currently, in terms of my runs and how many runs I'm doing per week, I'm currently running 3 days per week. That was what I put in my 10K program because I still wanted to be able to do my 4 resistance training workouts every single week. So I'm doing 3 runs. One's a tempo run, one's a recovery run, and one is a long run. So that is what I followed, and I'm gonna continue to follow that same structure once I finish this 10K program. My goals for the next few weeks after that is to just maintain that 10K distance and get my body really acclimated with running that distance while I go through a hypertrophy phase in the gym and focus on building a little bit of mass in my glutes and in my lower body to support the running. And then after that, we are going to go into potentially half marathon prep or just prep for a longer style distance. Something else that I'm learning on this new hybrid style training journey is the importance of having separate blocks or separate phases of your journey focused on different things. Because if you try and focus on getting really amazing at all things all at once, it's kind of counterproductive. So choosing phases where, okay, for the next 12 weeks, I'm going to focus on my running speed or my running distance improving, and then just maintaining your muscle mass in the gym, or then oppositely focusing on, okay, I'm going to maintain my running distance for the next 12, 16 weeks and just focus on building strength or building speed in the gym. It's going to support both endeavors without you having to try and do everything at once and then basically just plummet on both because your body doesn't know which adaptation to focus on. So that's something that I'm learning how to do, is just structure different blocks throughout the year to support all of my goals. Good morning. It is now the next day. It is Friday. It is Pink Day because I'm going to see the Barbie movie later, which I'm so excited for. That is irrelevant. I'm going to train an upper body session, my last workout of the week today. Like I said, I ran Tuesday, Wednesday, light runs in preparation for my race on Sunday. So that is what we're doing today, upper body session, and then just kind of resting. Tomorrow, I'm going to really try and limit my steps just to really take that taper seriously. And then we're gonna carb up today and tomorrow in preparation for my race on Sunday. Okay, just made a post-workout protein shake. Let's talk about nutrition and how I'm handling that with my hybrid approach. Alright, so let's talk about how I'm approaching my nutrition now that I'm training in this hybrid style. And if I'm being honest, it's not crazy different from things that I've done in the past with my different athletic pursuits. So for example, when I was powerlifting, naturally in any athletic endeavor, your goal is to nourish your body in a way that is going to enhance and optimize your performance, right? So when I was powerlifting, I was eating a lot of food. I was tracking macros at the time, but I was eating a lot because my body needed that much energy in the form of food to be able to perform in the way that I wanted my body to perform. So regardless of the sport, there are going to be similar principles that are going to apply across the board. So the biggest thing with my hybrid approach is, okay, am I fueling my body with adequate energy in the form of food? Am I getting in enough hydration, so electrolytes? All these things are super important, and I'm now intuitively eating, as I have been for the past almost 3 months now, but I'm really focused on listening to my body, listening to my hunger cues, and also oftentimes pushing my food a little bit higher than what my natural hunger cues are telling me I need, because I'm doing more exercise and more cardiovascular endurance style exercise than I have been in the past. So anytime I train, I always make sure that I fuel beforehand and then I fuel afterwards. So I just made a protein shake with banana, which has a lot of potassium in it, which is going to help with rehydration and my electrolyte balance. And then before I went to the gym, I had a big bowl of oatmeal with some apricots and some cookie butter. So lots of carbs, a little bit of fat, a little bit of protein to give me that quick energy, so I was able to perform in my workout this morning. Another thing that I'm really focused on right now is getting in lots of protein, and naturally protein is pretty easy for me to hit my target if I have one. Even though I'm eating intuitively, I still mentally have kind of a goal that I'm trying to hit in terms of grams of protein per day. And so keeping my protein on the higher range, so sometimes even closer to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, it is going to be really important to optimize the goals that I have right now and to maintain that muscle mass that I've been able to build over the past couple of years while I approach this more endurance style training, which sometimes can cause catabolism in the body, so break down of muscle fiber. Secondly, I'm being really mindful of my carbohydrate intake, especially when it comes to longer runs. So like I said, I have a 10-kilometer race on Sunday, and being really mindful today and tomorrow, so Friday and Saturday, to consume extra carbohydrates so that I'm going into that race really stored of glycogen and making sure that I have ample energy to run and feel good while doing so. So while I'm not tracking exactly how much food I'm eating, I'm using my experience of tracking macros to ensure that mentally I can kind of calculate or guesstimate where am I in regards to my protein goal for the day. Have I had enough protein? Do I need to have more carbohydrates? Like, where am I? And then on top of that, also listening to my body. Yesterday I was really hungry, so I had an extra snack after my night snack. I was like, okay, I've had my night snack, but I need something else. So I had a little bit of extra food, and that's okay. As you get into this more hybrid style training and you're pushing your body to new levels and exerting more energy, you're going to have to refuel accordingly. So food is fuel, don't forget that. All right, the last thing that I wanted to go over in regards to hybrid training is recovery. Recovery is a crucial part of any sort of physical feat or physical, practice, whether you're rowing, whether you're just training in the gym, whether you're doing 5 different modalities of movement. Recovery is so key to ensure that you're able to continue progressing without injuring yourself. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it really sparked kind of an aha moment to me, not in the regards of the fact that I didn't know this, but it just the way that it was worded made so much sense to me. And the man being interviewed said, going slower or taking time off doesn't necessarily mean regression. A lot of times people associate with going slower to moving backwards, when in reality, going slower oftentimes actually promotes the ability to progress in a strategic and thoughtful way. So just keep that in mind when it comes to recovery. I know a lot of athletes don't like to take days off. I struggled with that in the past as well, especially when you're really passionate and enjoy your style of movement. But taking days off and going slow, having deloads is so important to prevent injury and to ensure you can continue to progress and do this for a long time. So in terms of recovery with my specific training style, I make sure that I have at least one full rest day every single week. If I can make it 2, I make it 2. I just move my schedule around. Like I said, some days I do my runs and my upper body days on the same day. So sometimes it works out that I can have 2 rest days, and other weeks it's just 1. On top of just resting and recovering, it's also super important to consider factors like mobility, stretching, myofascial release, massage. Depending on how elite you are in your sport, there's going to be different levels, but even for the beginner runner, the beginner hybrid trainer, I would still highly recommend stretching, doing some foam rolling, mobility work consistently throughout the week to ensure that you're recovering properly. Another huge aspect of recovery is sleep, right? We want to make sure we're getting in a solid amount of sleep and also a really good quality sleep. So it's not just, yep, I laid down for 8 hours and then woke up. It's okay, how did I feel when I woke up? Did I actually sleep the whole night? Did I wake up a bunch of times? Did I toss and turn? If you have an Oura Ring or an Apple Watch or something that can, take a look at deeper statistics of your sleep, That is so helpful. I love my Aura Ring because it tells me what my resting heart rate was, what my restfulness was, how much time I spent in deep versus REM sleep. It gives me that data, and I can actually use that recovery data to then apply it to my workout for the week. If, for example, I wake up on a Monday morning and my restfulness says, hey, you did not get a good enough sleep, you are not well recovered, I might actually shift my training for the week. So utilizing your sleep data is so helpful for optimizing recovery and optimizing your training. We already talked about food, but food is an integral part of recovery. If you're not eating enough to refuel, you're not going to get anywhere with your gains and with your progress, so make sure you're eating enough food. And then same thing with hydration, which we already spoke about as well. As I've kind of said in this video, I like to take blocks throughout the year to focus on one specific thing as opposed to trying to maximize every aspect of my fitness all at once. Yes, I'm doing different modalities, but for example, right now I'm focusing a little bit more on my training and putting that as the priority and just having my runs a little bit on the back burner now that I've done my 10K. So by blocking things off throughout the year, you're allowing a little bit of recovery or kind of a maintenance block for other areas, so you're not pushing yourself in every single direction the whole year and burning yourself out. So that is how I prioritize my recovery in my hybrid training routine. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If anyone has questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I would love to hear what style training you guys are loving right now. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe down below so you don't miss any more videos from me. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.